second. Okay. Motion made by Laura, seconded by Angus. Thank you. All in favor?
Now we have to stop recording.
Right. Are we, did the recording stop?
Did we
Who's
vote
doing
for,
that?
I got it, but did we vote? I didn't hear the vote for executive session. I just heard a
I
motion second. Did we get a vote?
I asked for all in
Okay.
favor.
Okay, I missed it.
Not a need. Okay. Next agenda, discussion topics, number one, really discussion of interdistrict MOA that I'm happy to say that that has been signed by both Leslie and Joe. And we are very happy to have that in place. And the other information that we sent out for this meeting is the shared staffing agreement, which we have deferred many times in deference to all these other issues. So what we have is a revised version that I met with Joe and Jonathan on. Jonathan Shapiro, by the way, has been excellent to work with on this project and lots of others. So we made a few changes to that in terms of the date. Joe, do you want to get that up on the screen for people? And this document, the most important thing I think to understand is that the effective date of this agreement is retroactive to March 1st, which is the date after which most of the staff sharing began to occur. Joe was shared earlier than that, like a couple of years earlier. And our finance manager, Helena, was shared a couple of years earlier, but Joe or John wasn't comfortable going back that far in an agreement. So even though it might be signed, let's say this week, it is effective back until March 1st. We made a few changes as identified here. They are really administrative or cleanup changes, nothing of any substance other than the effective date. And this document would be taken in concert with an addendum to the shared services agreement, which would identify the specific, this document, by the way, would be signed by, we felt the chairpersons of both districts. And we did not feel that, John did not feel that it was necessary to go back to the full boards to seek approval for this, because the shared staffing agreement is referenced in the memorandum of agreement that was just approved and signed. And we have also briefed both boards on the nature of these shared staff. The addendum which would accompany this has been developed with regard to the number of staff that we currently have. If additional staff are shared in the future, those would be added in a separate addendum. But this particular addendum covers all 9 shared staff, including the 6 positions that are currently filled, as well as the 3 that we are hoping to receive TODs for from Solinsky as soon as this DOT letter is accepted. So again, most of these language changes are related to making it work a little more efficiently and effectively. Excuse me, there isn't anything of material significance or change here. But let me pause there and ask if anyone has any questions or comments on the agreement. We did see a draft of the shared services agreement quite some time ago. The addendum, however, is new. So I'll let you all take a look at this for just a second, see if anyone wants to change anything.
I'm
Okay.
comfortable.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or concerns?
Not that I see right now.
Okay.
Do you want me to pull up the exhibit?
Oh, yes, please. Actually, that's the,
Because
Kind
that's,
of-
we had added a separate exhibit now. So that we
Yeah.
just changed, we could just change the exhibit by mutual agreement and not to change a whole addendum if we add a position.
right. Or if we change a position in that
Right.
schedule. And this just lines out what the positions are, who's paying for them, and what proportion of their workload is attributable to each district. And again, this would only pertain until the actual consolidation takes place.
And do you want to mention that we're about the other addendum he's working on or agreement? Another agreement, I think it was. How do we
Yes,
leave
go
that?
ahead.
I think it's a whole other agreement, right?
It is,
Not just an addendum. On the on other like hourly positions.
oh, yes, I'm sorry, for the drivers.
Yeah, drivers,
Yes.
road supervisors, dispatchers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we discussed that there's sharing basically the possibility of sharing all staff now. The hourly staff are a little different because they would just be charged based on what they work. So he was going to work up a separate agreement for sharing drivers, dispatchers, mechanics, those type of positions to just be, they'll be charged back and forth based on actual time worked.
Mhm. You're
He wanted
currently,
it separate. He felt that should be separate from this agreement.
okay. And you're currently doing some of that now, right, Joe, with drivers going back and forth?
Yes, we are. And then as we get mechanics on, that'll happen more. And road supervisors, it's gonna, as we transition, it's gonna happen more and more, particularly with those dispatchers, mechanics, road supervisors, even more than drivers.
Okay. Yes, thank you. I'd forgotten about that. So is everyone comfortable with this agreement and the addendum? If so, I will be asking for a motion. You okay, Angus? Okay.
Yep.
Beverly? I know Laura is.
Yeah,
Okay, then I would like to call for a motion to approve the execution of a employee services sharing agreement and an addendum to the employee services sharing agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Laura. Second, Angus. Thank you. Further discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
so Leslie and Joe get to sign some more documents. Hopefully, Joe Comerford, if we could manage to get those signed this week, that would be good and helpful. Okay,
Well, I'll get them run to you, Joe, first, and then we'll pick them up and then I'll let you know, Leslie. When I have Joe's signature.
all righty, moving along, old business. The perennial old business item is the marketing brochure. Any news, guys? Oh, okay, not much, huh?
Wow.
she said she was gonna work on it all day Friday. I've already emailed her this morning, telling her we had an 11 o'clock meeting. I've been checking my email. There's been no response from her.
Okay.
Well, I'm more concerned than that, actually. Joe, I mean, I don't want to start again with somebody, but is it possible for her to just give us what she has? And do we have any software capabilities to manipulate it and finish it ourselves? I don't know.
We don't. We'd have to find somebody who does.
She
I'm
uses a
sure it's
very unusual system.
Well, it's a professional graphic design software.
Right.
I'm sure any graphic designer can work in it. We just don't have that software available to us.
All right, well,
Mhm.
we'll push and hopefully, in the next couple of days, she understands the importance of finishing this up. I don't think she had that much more to do, so.
Okay.
We'll keep you
Well, that's
posted.
the other item under old business, of course, is the PowerPoint presentation for the towns and that we will also use with other stakeholders. And Joe, I know you and Dave will start working on that as soon as he gets back. Okay, any other old business for today? Alrighty, under new business, folks, my personal schedule has changed and I'm no longer available on Monday mornings. I could do the meetings on Mondays at 1 or any other day in the morning. What would work for everyone? I'm sorry to ask you to do that, but it's just till the end of August. Do you want to stay with Mondays at 1 or do you want to do Tuesdays at 11 or Angus, you and Laura and really Ed are the people who have the most,
I'm okay with 1 o'clock on Mondays.
Yeah, that seems fine.
okay. Beverly,
But for next Monday, I have, the first Mondays on, at 1, I have a meeting, so. I have a standing meeting, so I can't do next Monday.
is it every Monday?
No, it's not every Monday. It's just the first Monday in the, of the month. I have, a 12:30 to 2:45 meeting.
Okay, then I think what we can do is work around that and we'll have it at 1 because we can go back to a different time frame afterwards. Okay, all righty. So starting next
Well,
Monday,
since we're
we
throwing
will,
that in.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Just August 9th, I will be out of the state, so I won't be around. I might be able to call in, but I'm sure my wife will kill me if I try, so.
okay. Well, I think for both Beverly and you, Angus, if we're in some sort of a serious decision-making mode on the reaction, we will manage to set up a meeting where all committee members can be present.
That's fine. And let me know, like I say, I may be able to sneak away for an hour and get into the meeting, so.
We won't ask you to do that. Okay. So for the next 3 or 4 Mondays, we will do this meeting at 1. Thank you all. I appreciate it. You'll note that the meetings now all say on the header that they are taking place at 91 Main Street on Middletown with remote options. We will continue to do these remotely. It saves people a lot of time. And at some point we'll have a big party up at Middletown, but it won't be soon anyway. Okay. Next steps, we will send to Dennis the revised DOT letter and the letter outlining for him what we want to have happen and to keep this process moving. We will continue to work on the marketing brochure. We will start work on the PowerPoint presentation. And we will circle back at some point to complete the board policies and keep moving along those lines. I think I may have mentioned to you that our board, the estuary board, would like to receive a draft copy of the bylaws and the policies so they can start thinking about it. And we will probably send something like that out to them and keep them informed. Any other questions? Comments? All righty. So wish us luck on Friday. And may I have a motion to adjourn at 11:44?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Angus, thank you. Laura, second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Uh,
Okay, thank you. Joe, can you stay on for just a second? Joe, come